Yeah, shut the windows, lock the doors, get everything ready to go. Get your eyes befixed upon this game. I've got Vega, Henry.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I've got mousesports. I feel like they're the stronger team. Sure, Vega Squadron had the wild card so far. They've been the underdogs, but I don't feel like they can go against the firepower that Mouse have to offer in the particular department, as Anders mentioned, the AWPs. I feel like that's where Oscar's going to come to life. He had a great game versus Astralis, and we'll see if he can step in here today. It will be the T-side start for Vega Squadron. It's a very fast round going straight up towards shore. No grenades really expended as of yet. It's Christian to defend, and defend he shall. Gets the first headshot and takes down the bomb.
Not a bad start. Very good start. Swings out and finds Mur as well. Look at the accuracy from Chris.
Yeah,
start with an ace, maybe?
Maybe.
Got a chance to go for JR as well. He's got that 4 headshots. He won't get the ace because Chopper's over by Sonny, but that is certainly a good start from us. Can I change my prediction?
You can do if you like.
No, I'm not going to. Shark's got this.
Well, Chris J with the crispy one taps to kick it all off. 1-0 for mousesports, no bomb planted. That definitely suggests there'll be a force fight from Vega Squadron. They have been the upset team of the tournament. No one expected them to make it to this sort of level. Sure, they might have stolen a few games away in the challenges section, but overall, no one thought they'd make it here. It will be Forces of Armor, Deagles, CZs, JR, the All-Pro, of course, with the PD-50 no armor. Chopper and Co will be facing towards middle with Sunny. One of the key fraggers of mousesports will be lighting them up, doing lots of damage, finding 2 kills, and taking Mur down to 30 HP.
Sonny and Oscar combine for kills in mid. Rops to take down Kashander. So Vega gets shut down pretty early on. And effectively, everyone still up. Not a... Oh, I was going to say not a single kill. My mistake. Chopper to get 1, so... The only kill so far for Vega. We'll wait 1 more before we get guns out. They didn't get the bomb plants.
Yeah, this will be a full eco. A chance to calm down, Matt, where we can have some of your thoughts.
I am calm, Henry.
Yes, well, Vega Squadron have to be calm here as well. There's not really much I can do with this round. Glocks, no armor, no nades. It's one of those rounds you can use as a bit of a timeout, decide what you do the next round. Or you can just rush together, get it over with as quickly as possible. Looks like they'll be going with the former as they hold up in the B apartment. See the bombs all the way in Palace. You can see that in the top left of your screen right now. It's going to be in the back with JR. If he somehow gets a plant down, I'll be very, very impressed.
Go.
Yeah, unfortunately, that'll be it now. Now he's pushed and got that information, they probably won't take the bait.
Not done there either. It goes back to the kitchen. Looking for more. Only the 1 player spotted. But they will push middle as well. Stico's going to clear underpass. And I imagine he just keeps going on this because they've already got Chris J out to the horseshoe and he's spotted up Chopper, taking him down. Yeah. And this should be Stico's chance to sneak in behind them while Chris keeps them busy.
Chris is looking sharp today, I have to say, as Stico should be able to finish things off here. 4th frag comes in, that's the bomb down, remember, and Stico with a clean sweep. We call this a bonus round. Going into the next one is when the CTs will keep all of their lesser weaponry, Famises, MP9 to scout for Oscar. They'll probably keep it. I'd like to see Oscar upgrade, just so they have that extra firepower. It's very important on Mirage to bring out the AWP, especially when you know the T's will do it as well. He can't really go toe-to-toe with JR unless he hits a straight-up headshot, which is unlikely in some of the duels we have in Mirage, but Chris J won't be the one on the scout, will be Oscar, of course. Key round coming in. I'd assume something a little bit more aggressive from mousesports. Get in their faces. Throw a spanner in the works, we'll see. It's going to be fast play towards middle, and Sonny goes down. He tries and challenge with the M4. He actually dinks Hutchie down to 1 HP. Unlucky not to find that kill, but a 5-on-4 ensues.
Smoke out from Oscar. That'll cover off the apartments. He's got to rotate off of B. In fact, they're going to leave a lot of information available to them. Stico rotates back in with the scout, so again, as you say, bonus. 1 HP for Hutchie. JR sneaking up middle. Ooh, if he'd hit the shot on Oscar, it would have been a straight B hit. He's still trying to find an angle that works, because they don't have any further smokes in mid. Kashander and Hutchie are both toward the courtyard at B, though. And Hutchie could actually, there is a way to throw one from where he is that goes all the way over to the top of connector. That would cover off where Mur and JR are and allow them to work up catwalk and go for the split. Instead, they're just going to sit. They've got to smoke down. Chris J's trying to use that to design to see above and catch off catwalk.
35 seconds. They will finish up towards B. You can see the bomb in the apartment's position. Chris J still hunting for any sort of kill he can get, maybe a bit of information. Shots fired now. This will be the final commitment. Chris J doing a very good job. Can't find the double. Now we'll give them the man advantage, but a huge nade to point forward to the apartments, and Oscar's going to clean up here. Almost certainly. He'll get one, and now Sticko struggling with the scout, or is he? Takes him down. 15 seconds. That should be the round here in a 2 versus 1.
Timing well off from Vega that time.
Yeah, it didn't look great, did it?
They wanted to get the B split, but they took too long in middle. Went 1 for 1 on the trade. Like you said, Chris did a great job of finding a single kill. That was enough to slow down Mir, and he just couldn't get there. He couldn't get to catwalk in time to support the players working inside of the B site. Plus, they'd already rotated on that. Again, there is a smoke you can throw from the B courtyard if you don't have one in middle. That would aid that, and I think if they could have gotten up catwalk sooner, they might have had that round, but just couldn't get map control working in mid.
Remember, that's a round where mousesports have got MP9s, FAMAS's, scouts, and they come out on top. That says a lot about how this game's going to go down. Of course, will be the full eco from Vega Squadron here. No AWP recovered by mousesports, so they'll just be on 5 rifles here, but that's absolutely fine. They're building a huge bankroll here, and they should be guaranteed this one. Chopper goes for the head armor, takes himself down to $1,000, but they'll have maximum loss bonus next round, meaning he'll have 4,400 in total. Going to the next one, even more if the bomb gets planted. Always likely when there are upgraded pistols available. Sunny aggressive, of course, as he looks towards the underpass here. It's just going to be crossfires, and you can see a straight line formation from the CTs in the top left, just holding all the key areas of the map and making sure no one could advance in towards a bomb site.
JR burned a little bit, but falls back to the keyhole. Stico try and time this to perfection and take down Chopper. Sonny's got Kashander to start it off, though. Chopper's still working up toward the window, but nowhere will he be found with teammates because they're going to go down ahead of time. Chopper's already tagged to 34. Got the kill on Stico, actually, so it gives him an M4 to work with, but 1 versus 4, good luck.
Well, that's good news for him. He's really heavily invested into this round. He gets an extra $300 back as something there. But Chris J will find the final kill. 5-0 for mousesports, and I'm sure Sticker will buy the AWP at this point. He's got 10k. Probably get dropped the AK by Oscar, and then the AWP comes out. That would make a lot of sense to me, at least. It's about time to run the big guns. They're staying on 5 rifles here. Keeping the deadly weapon in the cabinet for now, it seems. So JR has been one of the more interesting AWPers of the tournament. 0-5 right now. Watches for an aggressive push towards middle. Doesn't look like that'll be happening. We have got some jump out of the window. That will be Chris J, I'd imagine, actually going all the way towards top of middle by the smoke. Looking to open things up here. Remember, JR is watching that angle like a hawk.
Chris J is aggressive. The confidence is certainly there. Vega's not really establishing much. They haven't gone for A at all yet, by the way.
Well, they know mousesports like to do this from time to time, so they're waiting to see if it will come through. Sunny gets down.
Watch for Sunny, because Chris is pushed up. He'll make contact first, but Sunny might push through A main as well if this doesn't go well. Chris gets the shoulder shot to JR. So they all pushed off the angle, and Oscar could surprise them entirely because they're still looking for Chris, and Oscar shows up. That's well timed. And well struck. He gets both players. What a reaction to turn around and find Kashander pushing out from underpass as well. Chopper wins against Sunny, but again, they're winning late duels.
Good work by Sticko not to die there. He could have won that duel. It would have been 50-50, but keep the 4-on-2 advantage. Give 1 frag away, all of a sudden looks very possible for Vega. Run the timer down.
Chris's position's so good as well, because they're going to go back over for the bomb. Chris knows they're coming. He can hear them. Good shots. Yeah, Mouse is looking well and truly ahead of their opponent right now, the class of the teams, because 5-0's about to turn into 6, and they haven't had any problem at all.
Well, that bomb is down, and Hutchie, he is out of this round, I'm afraid. Very good stuff from mousesports. This is what they want to do. They want to show the lack of respect. Don't allow Vega Squadron to get too confident here. They're going to be good on their CD side. We know what they're capable of in terms of their aggression. T side, they're going to be relying on set pieces and the defaults, and so far they haven't been able to do either. And Hutchie goes against Sticker here, probably finds this kill. I'd have waited a bit longer before you challenge him, just to try and guarantee that he gets no money for the next round, but you can see mousesports still want that to be a possibility. Rob's coming in, can't find him. That's quite an expensive round, all things considered, for mousesports, but that's fine. Here's Oscar doing fantastic work with the AK-47. Bear in mind, he is the AWPer of the team. He's very proficient with the rifles as well. That's world class right there. Excellent work. Should be the tactical timeout, I would imagine, from Vega. Still on maximum loss bonus, no bomb going down, and Hutchie not getting any cash makes things a little bit more difficult. Obviously, he already has the AK and armor, so they're deciding what to do. Kashander with just shy of $5,000. he'll be able to buy. But JR still yet to strike 0 and 6.
7 rounds in, 9 kills total for Vega. Certainly means the money's building on mousesports as well.
Oh, yes. The last round is expensive, but still, they've got plenty of cash here. Double AWP set up now. So that's the one positive that comes out of everyone dropping there, trying to push the final frag. They now can change stance, double AWPs. Just as Vega Squadron were getting used to 5 rifles being available, Chris J and Oscar, and Anders pointed this out, that is a horrible combination to be up against. Chris J, formerly the main AWPer of mousesports, and now Oscar coming in, who's up there, I would say, in the top 5 at this point in AWPers in CSGO, and he is very deadly on Mirage. Watch out for him.
Flashed mid, Pucci across immediately. Deeper smoke that time. Actually lands on the wall of Catwalk. And it leaves Oscar just enough. He'll smoke the window, and I think he's got a gap there. He might be able to play with that. He's going to go back out. I don't know that he'll be able to quite see enough toward connector, so Shander's going to get inside of it. He's waiting to see if they've taken over ladder as well.
Remember, this is technically a force buy. You can see the Galil's out, almost no utility, 1 minute 25 remaining in the round. They've lost a player, and Oscar looking towards short, and that's very good. Can't quite find the kill, though. He does get information that made the way up towards that area, and Hutchie now controls CPL. Bear in mind, 2 players in the B bomb side. Sticker, of course, actually pushing up in the apartment, so he's got a great position here, and it will be Chris J to look towards short from the forest positions. This is a really nice setup now for mousesports. Look at it, everything's covered. No problems at all here. Just connector could be a bit of an issue with Kashander in there.
JR sneaking up toward the kitchen as well, has to be careful. Stico's pushed up once more. So Hutchie toward the window. Remember, Oscar knows that they had CPL, so he's backed off. In fact, he's going to Molotov Hutchie into place. 31 seconds. JR's just getting to connector now. Robson Sonny's still in the site, and Sonny with no pressure from the front side of the A. Take in terms of Palace and A main means that he can play reverse fire. He can just sit in the corner, wait to swing around, pops with the information, tries to spray through to get the planter, can't quite do so. Good trade, Kashander, or at least to one up the position. Mears found Sonny, who picked a little bit early as well, so that position in the site's been compromised. Good shot, Chris, though. Kashander goes down, but Oscar and Chris have to retake with 2 AWPs. Stico, the only one with a rifle.
Yeah, he's coming from the A ramp right now. JR Hutchie holds toward jungle, watching that vent closely. Bomb ticking away now, and you're absolutely right. The double AWPs does make things very difficult, especially the fact they have no smoke here. It's going to be Oscar to just touch the bomb and hope he can nail a shot. That's very good. He's going for the full defuse here, but Mur will take care of that. It's another wonderful shot going for the 3K. He nails it. Mur steps up and finds Vega Squadron their first round on the board. Great work. That was actually quite a desperate round for them. Losing the first pick, that difficult buy, and they managed to pull it off.
They got lucky that round reset before the bomb went off as well, because I think Mir would have gone down and therefore lost his AK as well. They keep 2 players up in what will now be a potential reset. Good position from Mir. Oscar went for it. Give him credit. He hit 1 shot and decided I'll hold it. But Mir had the angle covered off. 6-1. It's definitely recoverable. They've got a long way to go before they wear down the economy of mousesports. I say that, though, and the nickel op purchases has actually been expensive for them, so they are actually lower than I would have thought.
That 1 round where they pushed aggressively to find out from the remaining player that was 4 kills total, that cost them a lot. And then double AWP straight after that, they won't be high rolling for much longer. Sonny, burning alive there, goes down to 45 HP. He will fall back. HG's running in on his position as well. Remember, there is a massive risk of a full reset here for Vega with the Galil's out and the AWP.
Miscommunication, 2 players smoked windows, so they're 1 smoke down.
Yeah, that does happen more often than you think.
You can kind of see it there on the map. There's actually 2 circles at window, overlaid on top of each other. So JR and Kashander to head toward kitchen. Stico's been so aggressive in this position. Pushed up with the MP9 in round 2. Pushed up pretty much every other round. The rifle, tight. He's there. Smoke out, Kashander nails him.
Yep, keep your guns out there. It's going to be a difficult pill to swallow, but Oscar, that's a really nice shot. Kashander actually really crisp moving there. Bunny hopping out of the window, tried to capitalize on the fact that Sticker was so pushed up, he assumed that someone would be towards short. He could catch him rotating, but it was Oscar nailing a textbook shot of his as they rotate back towards A. 30 seconds remaining. This will be their final commitment. 1 player at the connector, that's going to be Mir, and the rest of them at the A ramp.
You're right. Mir could get caught out as well by Oscar, who's gotten back towards short, so we can see through connector. Good play. Sonny doubles up, Chopper and Hutchie down. It's just Mir remaining. And reset is definitely on the cards, or is it? He's got 1 to work with. Still, though, he's got Oscar behind him.
Yeah, that's a devastating reset with no bomb going down. 7-1. mousesports bounce back, and it will leave Vega Squadron about $2,500 per player. As you can see, Sunny here with low HP as well, stepping up tremendously. I have no idea how they didn't find him on the second round, didn't catch this one. Okay, it was Hudgy jumping across the sandwich area, and obviously mid-air, no accuracy there. He'll be taken down, and it looks like Vega Squadron will be taking Nico. Give himself about 2k, that we always say. They get $1,900 next round, even a bomb this time. They'll have enough for at least AK and armor. It's not ideal, but it'll be something. As Sunny, these are his kind of rounds. He sits in the window with the AK-47, actively hunting, trying to suss out anyone he can, but it will be a B-side play from Vega here. No smokes to speak of. It's a flashbang. Oh, that hurts.
Does. Down to 60. Kashander pushed back. JR tagged as well as Chris continues to hold corner at Cat. Stico with a nades actually going to take down JR the rest of the way. Catches out Chopper. And he's been dominating over toward B. They haven't had any access at all. 8-1. They've had one bomb plant, and that was the round they ended up winning.
And now they're going to be investing into this one. Just AK armor, maybe like one smoke each, if that. Mia, I think, can only get a pistol. So this is tough times for Vega Squadron. mousesports looking clinical once again. They've had some great performances so far. The Astralis one comes to mind, obviously, the huge winner for them. UMP for Mir, and the rest of them, like I said, Hutchie, AK armor, no grenades. Kashander, same story. SMG for Mir. This is a horrible round for them. I'd say a set piece has to come through. They can't rely on a default here. They have to go for grenades off the bat.
Yeah, but set piece with one smoke left.
True.
You're right, but it's just going to be so difficult. Definitely win duels cleanly. Flash out was well timed, though. That gives Hutchie a shot. Ops goes down. Sunny, though, not smoked off, can go back in the site. And Chris actually has two quicker than we can respond to it. And catch the camera angle because he catches them going on toward the balcony, and Sunny just has to back off. Hutchie tries to wrap around. Still, though, it's a 2 versus 3. Vega's in it with a shout. Mir is on lone on B, and if JR thinks he's going to get there untouched or undetected, Sunny's got other plans.
Yep, Sunny's coming. He can hear you, and he'll allow him to live. I respect that. Sunny, well, just let him go towards the B-bomb site. He gets a call at least. Stephanie heard him, so you can see him going behind, and they're rotating. You see in the top left, the CTs coordinating themselves towards the B-bomb site. It's up to Mir in the kitchen with the UMP to try and find a rotation kill here.
So bomb plant comes in as a result of letting them rotate, but they're going to be hot on their heels. You mentioned it. We've also got Sunny sneaking up toward the apartments. Catwalk covered by Oscar. He's going to wait. Give Stico some more time to get in position. As he peeks, that's when Sunny goes. Good play off of each other. And it's Mir alone. He snuck back in through Checker. Stico needs to recognize this immediately, and already I think he has, because he's turned around from the doorway. They're going to go for the 10-second defuse, and they'll certainly get it with Oscar mopping through the window.
Very good stuff there from mousesports. I like that from Sunny as well. Gets the information for his team. You see them use that information. He doesn't overcommit. Bomb goes down, sure, but they managed to keep 3 players alive. Chris J, this is too easy for him. This is the lack of utility really shining there. You can see exactly from his POV, no smokes, no flashes towards him. You're never going to win those rounds. Sure, you might have the greatest aims. You might be able to hit those first shots like he did on Rops, but an AWP at that sort of range is always going to come out on top, and that's pretty easy work there for Chris. He wins the round without breaking the sweat. So the bomb gets planted, Matt, and we'll be on 3rd save loss bonus. So that's going to be $2,400 per player on Vega Squadron, plus an extra $800 in the back pocket from the bomb going down, but still, that is not enough to buy. They're hovering around $3,400 per player, and it looks like they'll take another eco here. I see Deagle's coming out. This game does not feel like it's going to go well for them. They were the upset shock team of the Challenger section. But overall, since we've got into the round of 16, where things get very real indeed, haven't looked like the same dangerous team. We'll see whether they can bounce back from this. It's looking very likely to be 10-1. Very quick game so far. We'll have a look at the scoreboards while we have this round play in the background. JR still 1-10. At the top is Mir, 7-9. 13-5 for Chris J. Rops down at 3, but it doesn't really matter. This scoreline, you can't really look at the winning team under the microscope when they're winning to this sort of degree.
Stico ready again. Massive amounts of pressure on. He's already hit 1. Good damage on the second. Kashander, he's flashed off. He manages to somehow find room to live. Oscar nearly bails him out as well, getting Mir behind him. He'll go down, but it's not really important because it's just Hutchie remaining.
Yeah, and he's 4 HP with a Deagle. Desperately trying to get into the window there. Come on, Hudgy, let's get it over with, shall we?
Henry's got plans.
Oh, he's got an AK.
Big lunch plans.
I'll give him that. So at least he says the AK, that's something. The problem is he'll get no money, but he has got 2,800 residual cash, so if he saves that, that's armor, nades, everything he needs. Actually does help him out. He'll probably still go down as he heads towards short. 50 seconds remaining. There's a score, but I just mentioned you can see all the stats for yourself there. I won't read them out. And down he goes. Oscar with the CZ. The remnants of Hutchie there. The corpse on the floor. And round number 12 comes in, finally some cash coming in their favour once again. Pretty simple stuff, nothing too flashy from Sticko. A little bit awkward for him overall, but got the frags. And we'll go into round number 12.
Hot for Oscar. Still. Only has to invest $600 and he's fully loaded.
I think this is the right play. They're just going to start going for set pieces now.
Glass cannon for JR as well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't done more set pieces on A. They haven't done anything to get map control. Look at the confidence. Oscar's already top mid.
Yeah, he's having a party right now. He's just going to be pushing around the map. AWP out.
Chris is behind him as well, so even if the op doesn't suffice, M4 is there.
They've got no one in this position whatsoever. Do you know how much information they're gathering right now? This is nuts. This should not be happening.
Chris is going to go one way. The op will go the other. This is huge. Problem is the op's actually running through CT right now.
How much
so
intel
Oscar's going to get behind them. He needs to slow down. He's done so now. This is everywhere. They're behind them on both sides of the map. Chris gets a free kill now. Bang, dead, and that's just one. Meanwhile, we snap it back over. Rops and Sunny inside of the site. They'll get the bomb plant. That's fine because Chris is already there. JR goes down, and they're going to realize, oh my god.
Yeah,
How ridiculous is this? mousesports is just walking all over the map wherever they want. Chris back in toward the site. Oscar as well, excuse me. And he's easily got kills. AWP and defuse in.
I mean, the ref had to call this game. They're not fighting back. This is awful. Vega Squadron, so many holes in the defense there. And they're on the D side. It looks like the mousesports side are on the offense. It's absolutely unbelievable. mousesports pushing middle. One player in B apartments, one in T spawn. This is an absolute battering right now. Vega Squadron have no response. They're being made to look very amateur as mousesports dissect them every single round. Bomb gets planted as we get back to the maximum loss bonus, I believe. Yes, indeed we do. 11-1 overall for those listening on the radio. mousesports CT side of Mirage is looking incredibly sharp right now. First game of the day. Early mornings, but no excuse to present this level of play. mousesports need to just keep to the same game plan they're showing right now. Keep mixing up with mixed aggression, and Kashanda goes through. They're ready and waiting into the Lion's Den as Oscar and Chris J double team them in the connector there.
Chris spotted.
Surely not. Oh my god. It's done, Matt. It's over.
Yep. Just destroyed. Similar to the one tap we saw with the USB and the pistol. Chris over top of the boxes. Easy shot. Rops.
Here we go.
Chopper does put him down. That's going to bring us back to at least only a one-man deficit. Very rarely, I say, they have the advantage on Vega's side.
Well, this is at least winnable. That's something. Chopper had to go above and beyond with that AK-47. Chris J doesn't seem to care, though. In he comes.
Chopper's slow reaction time. You might have been looking at the map. Does get the kill on Chris. That's going to pull both players toward him. Bomb is sneaking to me. JR needs to go. Yeah, and he's going to. He realizes it now as Stico peeks. Chopper had the information to where both were. He spotted Stico as well. So 1 versus 2. Bomb easily planted at B. They're going to realize it any second.
Doesn't plant for sure. I think that would have been the way to win the round. He's going to be...
He's got the smoke out really early as well.
Oh, he goes aggressive in kitchens. This isn't too bad. There we go. Movement is on point.
That's what I was going to say. If you get caught on that window jumping back, that would just be a tragic way to end it. What a shot. Flick up to Stico. Good read. Smoke on Cat. Focus toward the window. And 2 rounds now for Vega. But
this is mousesports getting sloppy, though. You can see they don't have to challenge everything they are. They're getting a bit too confident there in those tight situations. That was a huge lead, and then everyone facing and challenging. They're having a very fun time. But Chris J, especially facing a sandwich, that didn't really have to happen at all. But there we go, 11-2, nothing too disastrous. Great work from Chopper to get those opening frags, and JR getting the confidence there, closing it out. His 4th frag of the game finds them their 2nd round on the board. Smokes come through. Chris J, very good at that jump. We'll be looking for anyone crossing, but it might want to fall back at this stage. Oscar will go down.
Flash up, and Chris goes right back in. Confidence is key.
Yeah. He's having a lot of fun right here.
Oh, wow.
He's not done.
Deep smoke on Cat. He's going to try and push it. How often do you see that? There's 3 players there, Chris. All right. 1 at least. 3 versus 2, however. Still doable. If they can split up the defense enough. Look at the push now from Stico. He's going to go through apartments. Everyone everywhere.
Yeah, this is a massive problem for Vega. They're losing control at almost every point on the map. Bomb still down at the top and middle. Lose this, remember, they have pistols for round number 15. Will very likely be a 13-2 game. 3 versus 2. Sunny's push Palace. Sticker in the B apartments. Chopper cowering in T-Sport now with the AWP.
So Mir will pick up the bomb at least. Now work together toward B. Stico can rotate. Sunny's already pushed through A. So Stico has mid. No, plus they don't have his underpass. Sunny's already confirmed they're not at A. So Stico can start to cheat. In fact, he's going to. He's going to work directly behind them. So take that back. I thought he was in window. Underpass is cleared. So this has to be B. Stico's there. Sunny's just hoping that they haven't wrapped back to mid, so he'll stay in for now. But Rops was just patiently waiting because all the information pointed to him. All signs led to his gun, and it's now, as you say, 12-2 with pistols for Vega.
This just says it all. The fact that Chris J is just rushing around middle by himself through smokes and is challenging time and time again. They have no response for it. It feels like the game's already done. And Rob's very simple procedure for him. Takes them both down. There was 10 seconds remaining. Even they traded there, they wouldn't win the round. And it's round number 15. It's looking likely to be 13-2. As I said, they've got absolutely no money at all. Pistols and a MAC-10. That is not great news. That's a horrible buy in anyone's book. Even for a partial buy, it's not great. You'd expect to at least have some grenades in a partial buy. Don't even have the Deagles here. They had to opt for PT-50s and CZs. Obviously the cheaper of the upgraded pistols. Hachi takes a nade to the face, and to 10 HP he goes. And that's going to be the easiest frag stick we'll ever get in this tournament.
He's had a few easy ones on B today, if I'm honest. Rops, Sunny, they'll follow it up, and 13-2 looks likely.
This is not the same team, is it?
No, as I said from the very beginning, the timings are off. They weren't taking any map control. That was something Vega were at least decent at. We're using, taking advantage of utility to get position, to put people into duels that were winnable. They didn't have any of that. They left. How many times did mid get occupied by CTs?
It was an unbelievable amount of times. Like they were pushing B apartments, Palace, middle, and not finding anyone. They had them in T spawn almost every single round. Like, they just needed to focus right there and then. Gun rounds, we're not winning these defaults, getting pushed everywhere. Set pieces off the bat, let's go for B executions, A executions, A splits. Let's have strategies at the very start of each round, because these defaults are getting absolutely wrecked. We have no control of the map whatsoever. They need to just take a timeout halfway through and realize, right, they're obviously on point, we're not. We need to focus more, getting our star players into positions where risks are eradicated. We can get the bomb down and actually win some clutches. But
of course, the magic wears off as soon as I predict them, right, Hank? That's what it was.
Yeah, you joined the Moses train with the Sharks.
When you put it that way, it sounds awful. I joined the Vega train. Moses just happens to be on it.
He's a conductor.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's.
That's why I didn't recognize him. He had a hat covering up the hair. The lack of.
He's head of social media, so he does all the shark gifts for them.
Oh, right.
That shark, though, is dead in the water, I would say. You like that?
Sure. Yeah.
That is good.
That was
top drawer.
Pretty average, really. I mean, he lives in the water and he died. What else was there something clever I missed there?
I'm just saying. I'm here all week.
We have one more day after today, Henry.
Well, still stands. I'm here all week. Either way, it will be the maximum 2 minutes, I think, for Vega. They'll try and win this the best they can. It's not over till it's over. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They can win the pistol here and grind this one out. That is not the face of a man who looks like he's believing just yet.
Yeah, I don't really blame him. Maybe we just need to get some blood in the water to make the Sharks hungry.
Yeah. He needs to kill some people first to shed some blood.
Sure.
That has to happen. But yeah, like I said, they'll take the full 2 minutes here. You are entitled to it at halftime, and we'll just work out what kind of play. I can probably look at the buys while we're
Every single person on mousesports has more or at least equal to the greatest fragger on Vega. So Rops is the lowest on mousesports. He has 8. The top on Vega has 8.
That's pretty unbelievable. Oscar and Chris J both got 18.
It's true.
Completely wrecked him. We'll have a look at the buys. We can do that while we wait. 4 sets of armor for the CT side. It's Vega now, as they switch over. Chopper with the defuse kit and the smoke. And we'll have a look at the T side. P250 for Rops. He normally gets dropped the P250. He actually opts for a smoke and a flashbang this time. No armor for him, and his teammates will have Glocks. Probably smoking one particular area, flashing them in. A round makes a lot of sense. You can smoke either CT spawn, or I guess that makes the most sense. So I guess CT spawn, flashing over, and they go out of Palace or something like that. That would be my guess. But they are facing towards B, so they might just smoke off and run towards middle, it seems. Smoking towards the window area. JR won't be able to do much about that. Let's go fast in that connector.
Stico, so quick, but Mirrors shut them down already. He's tagged back. Chris J again on the pistols. Looking quite sharp with the Glock. But JR's got the shot back. Rops. Ooh. Whack-a-mole. Sees the head pop up with Kashander, but he'll fall off of it. Instead, it's over toward B. Hoodgie shuts down Sonny. It's Oscar that has to recover, and he's got to do so alone. A 1 versus 2, essentially, from his position until such time that Rops can get there. Bomb down in the sight. Rops now versus 3, and Vega might have the second pistol in their hands.
I think you might be absolutely right there. Rops with the PT-50, remember no armor, so he's going to be very squishy indeed. Bomb is down, and Vega Squadron have done it. Their campaign begins right here, right now. All will be forgiven if they can get the 3-0, win the first gun round, and start applying the pressure. Rops will come out and obviously do what he can here with the PT-50. Can have one-tap potential, just like the USP, but they're still fired up. That's going to find them some success here. 13-3 now. You would assume mousesports forced by in the second. No bomb going down. The Deagles will come out. Could go for the very passive approach and take a full eco, maybe get Galil's next round. Surprise them. I think they've taken the time out to decide what the play is here. How can we maximize our chances of winning the game early and not feel that pressure? We've had a lot of dreams smashed before in the major. Huge score lines falling apart. Blink and you'll miss it. It can happen. So it's good the coach comes in right now at NBT to discuss the ideas. They have gone for the force buy. I can confirm Deagle's armor. Everyone's all in, even Oscar the Orpa. So they're going to try and win this one out. Certainly a viable strategy on Mirage. It's very Deagle centre of map. We'll see where they can step up here.
Well, that would be one way to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Congrats on winning a pistol. Get wrecked.
We'll take that back.
Oh, Sonny. Trying to work out toward A main. Smoke down in his face. Meanwhile, Oscar putting a little bit of pressure toward B. G, the one that sits on the platform with Mir nearby. Gap for Sonny, but he won't be able to spot towards Sandwich. He's not wrong in assuming that one might be there. Chopper is.
Just trying to bait out anything they can right now. It's a pretty hard default with Oscar focusing towards the underpass right now, seeing if anyone gives themselves up at that window. Sonny challenging it A round, just hoping to bait out the grenades. There's an incendiary, expensive grenade to throw. As they start coordinating themselves towards the A bombs, you can see Rops in Palace, Sonny at A ramp, a couple of players towards the connector. And this is a time to strike. MP9s and UMPs on the A bomb site. Props waiting for a mistake to be made. If anyone wants to get information towards the Palace, they can sneak up the ladder. Let's have a little look. Oscar, though, how has he managed to get this deep on the site? Can't nail the shot, but Chris J does. Rops comes in with a headshot of his own. This is looking like a very problematic round now. Oscar patrols the vent. Flashbang will come through. That's not going to do anything, though. That's a guarantee kill for Oscar. Oh, not as clean as I would like, but they all count. And it looks like a round for Chris J and co. Oh, the scout is just brutal in this position.
That USP, I thought maybe it was going to get more than that, but you're right, taken down. Almost planted anyway. 14-13, it is stolen back. That's about as bad as it gets. I think I heard some colorful Russian beside me.
Oh, yeah?
Just a bit.
Oh.
It's about the only word I know.
Not a great time for them right now. 14-3, and they have to be on pistols, and they're looking down the barrel of match points. So, it'll be CZ's Desert Eagles as mousesports just run a default with their pistols and take them down one by one. And once again, Vega crumble. After winning the pistol convincingly, we thought there was a chance. Now they'll take a pause once again, of course. If you're just joining us, this is the 1-1 game. No one will go home if they lose this one. We have got some of those games coming up. Some of the teams looking to make the legend status, and a couple of them trying to avoid going home today. So it's a big day.
It was a large day. Hard to believe. 2 weeks, or not even 2 weeks ago, a week ago, we had 24 teams. We're going to get down to 2 of our final 8 today, and unfortunately 2 to go home. The question is, who's going home? It won't be either of these 2. They'll play tomorrow no matter what. But who's going to have the upper hand and going 2-1? I would say mousesports, Hank.
I think you might be right.
I thought it was going to be Vega. I'm not going to lie. My prediction's wrong. You know what? 7 for 8 is going to be okay, though. I'll still be all right today. Thought I was going to get the 8 for 8 today. Apparently not. Good scout shot. Uchi tag 29, and seemingly hadn't had enough. Sadistic goes back for more.
Apparently so. He wants to be punished. 5 on 4. And at this point, they'll just wait for the reactions. Nothing has to be done. mousesports will play this very methodically. Getting match point this early on, it's a huge milestone, obviously. But loses sort of round, the tilt can set in as Oscar hits yet another scout shot there. Takes JR down to 29 HP. Could actually fill him up. What an alley-oop that would be. Oh my god, that's so well played by Oscar. The awareness of this guy is unreal. B-bomb sets open, I'm afraid, and that should be the round. 5 versus 3 as Oscar picked them apart 1 by 1.
Yep, pretty straightforward. Mir and Kashander trying to do what they can in A main. Good luck. Bomb's going to go B any second. Taking their time about it. Don't want to get caught off guard. A lot of teams might rush at this point with a 14-3 lead and just think, yep, well, let's just win it.
Well, that's how mistakes are made.
Exactly. I can tell you lots of ways mistakes are made, Henry. I've made a few. I'll write a book someday.
Yeah, I've already got the title in mind. It's called Confessions of a Caster by Henry G. Oh. Richard Lewis is the ghostwriter. He's got most of the stories in his head already, so that helps. I
was going to call mine Herpes and Hemorrhoids, a story of a
Bloody hell. It will be 14-3 very shortly to be 15 as we move swiftly on. And we go into Chopper, Mir and Kashander desperately trying to hold on to their Desert Eagles and CZs. Rob's looking towards T-Spawn, and this is not looking good, let me tell you, for Vega Squadron. There's almost no chance of them winning this game at this stage, and I was excited for this one, I have to say. For Vega, they've been a fun team to watch this tournament. They've had top teams on the ropes, have taken some of them as well. Remember, they beat FaZe earlier on in the tournament. It was a bit of an anomaly. I think FaZe played themselves going into that game, being so worried about the PCW results. But there it is, match point. What a quick game this has been. All 5 players survive in mousesports.
And they need to stay on A, obviously. They can't go for the retake because they want the armor. They might as well get something going for them in the next round. I don't know why he double jumps there. Perhaps yeah, he's given up as well.
There he is. The main man, the AWP player and scout player, it seems, of mousesports. Oscar left the team earlier in 2017. He was benched where he felt like he lost his confidence. He wasn't gelling with the team.
I think there was also something that came into it about him not being able to practice as much as he needed, or not being... Sure. I can't remember if it was family or if it was just a motivation issue. But you're right. When they brought him back, I thought, okay, well, they still have him under contract. This is just desperate. They've lost Nico. I was in the same mindset. You know, this team's on the way out. He really turned things around.
Absolutely. Sunny with the first shot there. Takes one down towards the connector. Oscar with a chance to find a scout shot there, but taking another 3 HP, and Hutchie wants him. Firing off and out to fall back there. Doesn't really have much left to work with. He knows he's got Oscar on low HP, and he probably finds him, I'd imagine. He is really committed to this frags. He sits in the windowsill there. Take down Oscar, but it still won't help them out too much, and he gets flashed by his own team. That is quite shocking. Down you go. Yep, completely widescreened by your teammates. Not ideal. Grenades coming in. They really want that kill on Oscar. They know they've tagged them up. They're doing damage to Chris J, but not to their intended target.
So Sunny to hold top mid. AK tags Chopper without Alu. Sunny flies the finish flag this time. Chris is going to rotate back around to A with bomb as well. Smokes down to isolate. Good play from Rops. JR found up close. 2 UMPs and a Deagle. That's all that remains for Vega. And what has been the most lackluster game of not only this major, but also the qualifier. They looked excellent up until now. They've looked well orchestrated as a unit, but unfortunately, they've fallen apart. The bomb just got there in time. You're right. They left it long. Bomb carrier went down. I think that was a misplay, pushing and overextending, but they'll make do. 16-3. That is an absolute blundering.
Yeah. Battered is the only word that comes to mind when I think about that game. Vega Squadron just didn't show up. They played very tentative, very scared. That is not the sort of adjectives I've been using for Vega Squadron throughout this tournament. They've